Alright guys, this video was for someone who talked or messaged me, and this is honestly gonna be a bit of a rough one because I do not like doing a lot of strategy videos because I feel kind of nervous. I feel like I make a lot of mistakes. And I mean, I'm not perfect and it kind of makes me nervous to, do these videos. But we're gonna do a little strategy, another Pompeii strategy thing, kind of setting up garrison captains and stuff. It was something I was asked about and asked to do a video on. And I gotta oblige you guys. I gotta do it, and this is for you guys. So I do hope you guys enjoy this video, and we're gonna hop right into it. So basically, the question was referring to I was talking to someone, and I told them, you're gonna want your strongest players to be garrison captain. And I also did a video on this, guys, just now that is gonna be explaining how to swap garrison captains and stuff. But basically, your garrison captain's squad buffs, all their research, all of that is going to be applying into all the people joining and reinforcing. So you don't want someone weak holding the structure where someone stronger than them can just come in and run it over because you have someone weak holding the structure. So this is like really just necessary. You guys are going to have to make sure you really take note of that because this is something a lot of people don't understand, and you need to make sure you know who's kind of holding the structure themselves, right? Because if you have a weak player holding the structure, you can have a million tier 5 behind it, all players almost max tier 6. You can have a tier 4 player holding it, and their research is so mediocre that it's going to be making it so easy to melt, as well as the heroes. You have to make sure the person holding it has decent heroes, or at least has a considerable research advantage over the people attacking it. So this is kind of referring to maybe splitting your squads and stuff. So let's say that you wanted to set up good garrison captains. You're going to want to either choose some of your top members, unless there's I'm gonna take an example. So if you have a tier 6 player and there's a lot of tier 5 players who are strong but not comparable to them, this is what I was thinking of, strategy wise. You might want the tier 6 player to hold these front two buildings right here and basically run havoc through the map with the next 3 marches. And one big reason for that would be, let's say the players aren't going to be as that those buildings are going to be more focused on, and having those tier 6 players in it, as long as you're reinforcing it properly, will make it so hard for players to beat it down or swarm it, especially if the enemy themselves don't have T6 players or just research comparable to that, because the people swarming it or attacking it are going to be melting so fast with the research difference. So it kind of forced them to focus the buildings behind it. And I say throw 3 marches of extra, tier 6 of the enemy's bases, just because there's not really much people can do to hold down such strong, insanely buff troops without the troops themselves to combat it, or just the research, something comparable, right? So it's just really hard. So just in any case of setting up squads, I think let's say if you don't have that situation and a lot of people are more evened out in research, you're going to want to maybe have a group of, let's say, 4, 5, 6 people. So you might want one strong person hold the helipads, or one person hold left helipad, one person hold right helipad, send their best garrison captains, or maybe split their heroes into their best garrison captains and then just send it like that, like one player holding both. It just, I just kind of want to make it a point to kind of split your best people to hold these things if you don't have people comparable to research in them who can hold them. And then it kind of forces your stronger players not to be able to wreak havoc on the field, but it also means that these people can't really disturb your point gain as long as you keep constant reinforcements flowing into these buildings and stopping swarms/rallies from just overrunning them, right? Because as long as the tech difference isn't huge, or you have the big tech difference, swarming or just rallying it is going to be taking really bad trades. And as long as, like I said, you can keep reinforcements flowing in these things, so it'd be nice to have a little area where you have troops sitting ready to throw into buildings or just run up to reinforce it. That would be nice. Maybe placing a marker on the map and saying, gather your troops here, guys. We're going to use this area and we're going to split off from here to reinforce whatever needs to be reinforced. So kind of hope that gives a good idea. And if you're needing to make an attack squad, like I said, if you are splitting them into multiple people, hopefully they will have marches left over. And if they don't, you're going to want to try to compose your stronger members to be split into maybe 2, 3 groups so they can run havoc on the back lines of their field, or kind of even fending off marches from just walking up and attacking these things. Though it's usually best, guys, I had gotten a message and I had a cut video, but basically I was saying it's usually best to go into the back lines and kind of do as much damage as possible, because what you want to do is, let's say you go into their area, like capture this building or something. Even if you're not holding it for long, you want to disturb their point gain to get as much of an edge as possible. You're also going to want to probably have like maybe a small group of players gathering little tiles around the map, or just farming zombies, because these zombies give buffs as well as like giving points as well. So you guys really want to just make sure you have even if it's like 1 or 2 players, or 1 on each side just farming zombies, and 1 maybe like gathering stuff. You want to kind of have these groups to do this stuff, so like enemies aren't getting that kind of action, as well as like the vial in the middle. I honestly never care about the vial in the middle, but I know these like give decent points and stuff, so you do want to capture this and all that. I can't even like grab this thing. And basically what you have to do is you grab that vial and you run back to one of these structures and you can just collect that. But yeah, that's off topic. Either way, I kind of hope this helps. But yeah, I mean, you want to just make sure you have your stronger heroes, or your stronger players in general, garrisoning these things and playing as captain, because you don't want them just being in there as like one of the secondary people, or just someone reinforcing a weaker player who isn't fit to be garrison captain, or even has the wrong heroes as garrison, you know. But I do hope this video kind of helped and gave some strategies for people, because I mean, like, every second counts. Just even disturbing their point gain, because like if you guys saw my last Pompeii, what I did was I was bouncing from building to building constantly, and I made it impossible for them to completely capture these structures, so I could disturb the point gain and make it impossible to at least gain points off their back line, right? Because unless a building is captured completely, because there is a like countdown time, and then after that countdown time they can start earning points, as well as like helipads, where once you hit that countdown time you can start teleporting in. It's the same concept. So I do hope this video helps some people, and I hope you guys got a good strategy out of it, because I mean, I do try to help a little bit, and I hope this advice helps somebody win a Pompeii. So I do thank you guys for watching, and it was nice talking to you, and you guys have a good day or night. Peace out.